If you're looking into starting a new business within a city or a county, this video will walk you through important information which could help you be better prepared and informed of city and county business license processes, as well as to help you avoid some of the common pitfalls. Now let us get started. A very important first step before signing a lease is to contact the planning zoning department of the city or county you will be creating the business in. Cities and counties are generally organized into different zoning districts that allow different businesses. The planning department reviews the type of business that is proposed to assure it is in a location that harmonizes with the zoning district. However, the planning department will also assist you to find a location that is suited for the business you propose. As a side note, without zoning districts, you could have landfills created in proximity to residential neighborhoods, or firework factories next to residential neighborhoods, to name a couple of examples. Here is a list of information you should have prepared when initially contacting the planning department. Site address of the business proposed, the size of the business in terms of square feet, number of on-site parking spaces that are existing, and or number of parking spaces proposed for the business. Planning departments require that businesses provide a certain amount of parking that is based on the business use. Also be prepared with a general description of the business activity, including hours of operation and number of employees you will have. Will new exterior signs or awnings be proposed for your business? Please note that exterior signs and awnings may require a building permit. And will there be any structural or non-structural alterations that are proposed to the interior or exterior of the building? Once the planning department has initially cleared your proposed business, you will need to file for a fictitious business name with the county clerk's office. This must be done within 40 days of starting the business. Then within 30 days of filing for a fictitious name, you will need to publish a legal notice of your business name in any local paper of general circulation within the county, once per week for 4 consecutive weeks. The exemption for filing a fictitious name is if your business will contain your legal first and last name, but please confirm with the planning department and or the county clerk's office. Filing for a fictitious business name is important as it prevents 2 businesses operating with the same name. After all, you probably wouldn't want other businesses with the same name capitalizing on your good reputation, amongst other legal reasons. Contact the IRS to file for an employer ID number, also known as tax ID number. This IRS site will help you determine if you will or will not be required to file for an employer ID number. Applying for an employer ID number is free of cost, so visit the link for more information. If you plan on hiring employees, there are additional requirements that must be met. Please be sure to inquire and confirm with the following agencies. Register with the California Employment Development Department by properly completing and submitting this form. Form I-9 must be completed for each individual an employer hires. This item is not part of the business license process, however, it is presented to help the new business owner. Workers' compensation insurance coverage for your employees through a state-sponsored plan, state compensation insurance fund, or through your own insurance agent is required. So visit the link for more information. Moving on to step number 4. If your business sells merchandise, a seller's permit will be required from this state agency. However, a seller's permit is not required if your business will only provide services, and there is no cost to register and attain the seller's permit. After you have completed the previous steps, apply for a business license at the finance department or the department responsible for processing business licenses if it differs from the finance department. There are generally 3 types of business license categories in cities and counties, and your business will likely fall under one of the following categories. In-town business, which is a business that is conducted in a physical commercial property. Home-based business, which is a business that is conducted within a residential property. Home-based businesses are generally allowed, but it very much depends on the type of business, so inquire with the planning department about home-based businesses. And then there are out-of-town businesses, which is a business that does not have a physical location in the city or county, but conducts business within the city or the county. A couple of examples of this would be out-of-town contractors conducting work within the jurisdiction, and out-of-town vendors. And once again, apply for a business license only after you have received preliminary approvals from the planning department. This can save you time and money. Please be aware that a pre-occupancy inspection, often referred to as an occupancy permit, may be required in order to finalize the business license process. This inspection is typically done by the building department, and the purpose of the inspection is to verify basic life safety requirements. However, if issues are encountered, then they will need to be corrected prior to the issuance of the business license. And after the inspection results in a pass and the business license is finalized, a certificate of occupancy is then issued by the building department. This concludes the 6 key steps to attaining a business license when starting a new business in a city or a county. Well, this concludes this video, and I hope this information is of value to you. Please leave any questions or comments you may have in the description box. And if you are in process of opening a new business, or if you are considering creating a new business, I wish you a prosperous venture and keep your eyes on the prize. Until next time, take care and be well, everyone.